All right, thank you very much. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thanks. Yeah, I love you too. You're so well behaved. That's great. It's not always like this. You know that, right? We had a fight in the front row last week at a show. Yeah, and you fucking notice when it's in the front row. You notice. And normally we try to put that out pretty quickly, but the guy that started the fight was just so old. When security descended upon him, I was just like, wait, like, let him do it, It's probably his last fight, I'm sure it was. He was very old, and he was punching another guy, but he was making like old sounds as he was like, ugh. Like it was. Even the guy getting hit was like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't feel this. And then the older guy, he just kind of tuckered out, he just, and he's just kind of faded. And then as security was escorting him up the aisle, I looked and I was like, oh, I think that's a woman. It was the hair. You know how women will sometimes hit a certain age where they don't want you to try to fuck them anymore, and the hair goes first. They just go, and then we all go, oh yeah, don't try to touch her. I got it. This goes, the vagina closes, the hair goes, and we all go, she's off limits. So, whoever it was, rest in peace. I just got back from my favorite place. I was in Italy, which I absolutely love. Yeah. It's the greatest. It is the greatest. And, my phone knows that I love Italy, just like our phones know everything about us now. It was fun, I think, about a decade ago when we would, kind of debate, wouldn't it be crazy if this thing was listening to everything that we said? And then now we're like, oh yeah, this records everything. Everything I say, text, think, it's just there. I mean, unless you're one of these people who happens to believe, you're like, oh yeah, I was having a conversation with someone about a bread basket from Croatia in the 1700s, and then I opened my Gmail, and it was like, you looking for a Croatian bread basket? You're like, isn't that a wild coincidence? Like, oh. I talk about Italy all the time, and every time I open my phone, social media is just Italy. It's Italian landscapes, Italian recipes, Italian women's feet, and I go, like, right? But whenever I see landscape shots of Italy, there's always a guy on a Vespa, those little scooters, and they're zipping around, and they're dreaming of marinara, or whatever they do. Yeah. And whenever I see a guy on a Vespa, internally to myself, I go, that's gay, right? But when you're there and you see one, you're like, no one will know, right? So I rented one, and it was the single most joyful experience of my entire life, including the birth of my children. It was fucking amazing. I was making up reasons to take that thing out. I was just like, we don't have any butternut squash. I gotta go. A couple days into it, I started making up a narrative in my head. I was like, yeah, this is the same as a Harley. This is the same shit. This is my hog. Another day went by, I was like, I am getting one of these as soon as I get back. I started shopping online. I was like, do I want a blue one? Yeah. Do I want a basket? Fuck yeah, I want a basket on that. And then I got back to the US of A. And within moments, I was like, oh, there's not a fucking chance. Like, I'll get beat to death at a red light in one of these. And that's when you realize that Vespas are the pickleball of the motorbike world. They just are. Yeah. It is simply a substitute for the real thing. Just say you suck at tennis, you fucking cuck. Like, nobody wants to hear that you're excelling at a make-believe sport. Now, no, but it's so social. Anyone can do it. That's why you do it. You're soft. Now, I did something very very fun recently. I got to fly with the Blue Angels. I don't know if you know what that is. Oh, wow. Wow. For those of you that don't know, that is the U.S. Navy's aerial show program. They put on shows all over our country that are unbelievable. These are elite fighter pilots that are flying in fighter jets 18 inches apart, and they do these wild acrobatic stunts. And I went to the show, and it was amazing. And then afterwards, I met one of the organizers, and very casually, I was like, yeah, I wish I could go up in one of those. And they were like, yeah, you can. And I go, what the fuck, really? And they go, yeah, if you come to Pensacola, Florida. And I was like, ugh. Okay. So I went to Florida. I went to the base, and I met one of the pilots. This dude looked like he was designed in a lab, and then AI just shit him out, okay? This is one of the most beautiful men. I think about this guy every day, okay? My last thought before I go to bed at night is his jawline, and then I go, I fall asleep. So I walk up to him, I go, hey, I'm Tom. And he goes, I'm 7. Whatever you say, Daddy. If you're a 7, I'd hate to meet a 10, you know what I mean? So 7 tells me, he goes, hey, we're gonna do some wild stuff up there, so don't eat a lot, because if you eat a lot, you will definitely throw up. And I go, oh, wow. What if I throw up? He goes, I'll give you a little baggie, and you can puke in that. I go, thanks, dog. What if I shit? And he goes, people don't shit. You don't know who you're talking to right now, do you? Well, we went up for 45 minutes. We flew vertically, we did barrel rolls, we flew Mach 1.2, we pulled 7.5 Gs. It was the most thrilling 45 minutes of my entire life. But when I got back, I realized something. I realized that we are the only country on Earth where when you see a fleet of fighter jets approaching, you know something cool is gonna happen. It's just us.